All right, Robert Drury back again on my quest to get to 2200. I am currently at 2083 after a couple unfortunate losses. One was a one game, but I lost because I ran out of time, which is unfortunate. But we will see if we can get us a 10-minute game. And my opponent's 2087, and I have played him one time. It looks like he has beaten me one time. Okay, let's see. He's bringing his bishop out early. We will continue with a fianchetto our bishop. And we will get our two pawns, e6, d6. And looks like he's going to target here. We're going to bring a pawn up to keep anything out that may come. So, but we will push our other pawn here. That way, if he pushes, we will push back. Okay, let's continue with our Hippo setup. Okay, so now we're going to line up here. We got this. We've got this covered twice. If he pushes here, we'll push there. But right now we'll go ahead with our fianchetto. Not sure if he's going to. Let's do this to keep the bishop out. I have a full Hippo, but he does have this push in. Let's see, where is he going to castle? He's going to push there. Okay, so now this becomes a problem. Will he sack here and go this route? I don't think so. However, he's getting too many pieces on this side of the board. We may have to take this out. We'll have to take one of them out. And let's push here. And now what are we going to do? All right, so he's going to come here. He can come here. Okay. Let's see. All right, let's come here. That way, if he comes in here, we just make... All right. Dang, let's go back. Let's go back. I don't want the knight in there. All right, let's push him out. He's not going to come back in here. Okay, I got him pushed out. All right, boom, boom. Could open that up. All right, let's go in here. We may even come in here, and if he takes, that's not an issue. Except he's not going to let us do that. Okay. Let's drop back. Wow. What do I do? Let's castle. Let's castle. That way I've got this defended 3 times. So he's going to castle long. All right. All right, let's stop that. Well, now I've given them this though. All right, let's come in here because we're going to guard this square. He can push, which he does. And now he is going to come in that direction. All right, let's do here. If he takes, I could just take back either way. Okay, now what? Okay, let's, okay, what are we gonna do? All right, let's push here. We're gonna try to keep this square under control, and he's coming in here, but for what purpose? Oh, he's not coming there, he's coming in here. What am I talking about? Not even paying attention to what's going on. All right, not an issue. If he takes here, I'm taking with the. Oh, if he comes here, I can. No, I can't come. He's got that. Okay, and we will block that from going any further. And he can't come here. Well, he can. He can do that too. Let's go here. And he's going to come in here. He's going to come in there, but that loses the bishop. Because this move right here. It's come in here. My gracious. All right. All right, let's get the bishop out of there. Bishop's getting out of there. And we'll push here and open up this diagonal. What is he doing? What you doing? What you doing? He takes. Okay, let's do this. Doesn't work. Does not work. Do I come in here? Or do I push here, then push? Or do I push here? How do I open this up? Let's see. All right. I've got a minute less on the time. If I take here, he can take back with this queen. He can take back with this pawn, probably his pawn. So I don't want to do that. This rook is currently it's in pretty good shape. Currently it's in pretty good shape. All right, but now what? Come in here. Okay. Take it out. I don't have much choice. I don't have a whole lot of choice. Take it out and we will come in here. And then if he comes here, we will take. Right now I'm threatening to take this. I've got some problems though. He's got a knight and he's much more maneuverability with this knight. What's he going to do? Let's do this. Let's. What are we doing? Let's go and check first. let's give him a check. All right, now we will take here. Then we will take here. Okay, so, I mean, he can come here, but then we've got check here, and he loses his queen. He takes there. Boom, boom. And we come here. And let's go back in here. And where's it going? Okay. Now let's march it up the board. Let's just march up the board. We're going to march right up the board. I don't see... if he ever moves here, he loses. He's got here he can go. Okay, let's go. Okay. And where's he going to go? All right, let's just keep pushing it up the board. And go here. Let's go here. And he's got this square. And the pawn's going to queen. So nothing you can do to stop it. Lose your queen. Okay. Oh my goodness. What is he doing? Let's see what he's doing. Let's do this. Let's do this, and we're going to just protect right here. And we're going to queen. We are queen. And he doesn't have anything left. Doesn't have anything left. What are we going to do? Let's do this. It protects this. And it gets everything. All right. So he can come back here. We're just take this pawn off the board. Get rid of that threat. All right, so let's see. Let's say he had played me once and he beat me the last time. All right, what's he gonna do? Is he gonna just kind of go after my pawns? I mean, what? What do we got? Not gonna let him take any pawns. If he comes here, well, if he comes there, I don't know. I can't keep him taking that one. Okay, he's got moves. He resigned. Let's take a look at this. That got me up to 2091. We'll just do a quick game analysis. Analyze the game. Okay, 81.1%. Not the best. Looks like I've had 6 misses here, 4 mistakes. It's a sloppy game. But let's go back and take a look. Okay, let's see. He plays d4. And I'm playing b6, which starts off with an Owens, and with the intention of, putting my bishop on b2, the 2 pawns in the center on e6, d6, another pawn on a6, pawn on h6, g6, bishop inshuttled here, and my knights to the center on e7 and d7. That's the goal. All right, so he brings his bishop out, and that's interesting. I didn't really pay attention while I was playing, but he's playing a London move. And I bring my pawn up, and he's playing a London. And it's kind of funny. I play the London, but when I was playing, I did not pay any attention that he was actually playing a London. I just was going along. I bring my bishop out, and typical London move to overprotect. I bring my pawn up, and he brings this queen out, which is a little different. Usually they're going to, with the London, they're going to push here, maybe bishop here. It just depends on where they want to put the bishop and the pawn. All right, so I just continue. I bring the a pawn up because I just want to keep anything, happening on this square right there on the g5 square. But let's go back. The engine actually likes knight to f6, d5, one of those two. Queen to f6, another possibility. All right, I bring my pawn up, which is actually, that's part of the Hippo. And he goes h. He goes h. He's going to push down the board. So when he goes h, I do not want him to push. I want to have a pawn on g6 for whenever the h pawn pushes. That way I can go to g5. That's why I play g6. Now if he pushes, I go g5. And let's see, h with h. The engine still likes this move. Okay. I push my g-pawn. Here we go. I mean, we've got a London setup coming. My knight comes out, and we're just continuing with the Hippo move. And there's the bishop. My knight comes around. And his knight comes around. I mean, he's in a knight on f3, knight on d2, bishop f4, bishop d3. I mean, he's in a London. Bring my knight around, and he drops back. And the engine's calling for knight to f5. I suppose it's saying, if you want to take, we'll take back. It's also putting pressure on the bishop. But I continue with the Hippo maneuvers. And he plays the H push. And there's our G5. Simon Williams calls this a Lego move. That anytime you got 2 pawns, if they push, you just push up. And he refers to it as a Lego move. Okay, he brings the knight. And now f5. Well, actually, I take first. Actually, the engine calls for f5. Bishop taking, it's not in the cards, but I take. And he takes, and then I push my d5. Let's go back. The engine likes f5. The knight goes back to, let's see, knight at e to d2. And it just drops it back. You're just forcing him to use a tempo, and that's why the engine likes that move. Okay, I take, and he comes back. And now, where are we going? I play knight to f6. And once again, I'm always behind on my moves. That's not even one of the top choices. Play knight to f6. And he brings his knight in, and I realize, well, that didn't do me any good, so I take it back. He takes his knight up to G4, and he's targeting this pawn. All right, so now I play F5. He drops back, and let's see where we go. Now I play knight to F6 again, and he pushes his pawn. I bring my knight back. I couldn't tell you what I'm doing. I'm just kind of dancing around with my knights. I'm looking at maybe pushing this. Not 100% sure what route I want to go. And he pushes the pawn. And if I'd have left with a knight here, it would have made this pawn push not possible. All right, but I castle. He castles long. And now the engine says C5. C5 he takes. You're going to take back. Or you may take this way. I doubt it, because then this would be coming. All right, so I push. He drops his bishop back. And I bring my knight back around. And he locks it. Locks the center up. And now I can get ready to make this push. He brings his knight in, and I bring my knight up, just to kind of block all of this. Overprotect here, block the bishop. And he brings his rook around, and he's intending to push here. And I'm trying to get this square under control, this C4 square, and he pushes, and I take. I didn't see where I had any other choice but to take. My knight takes, and now I just lock this pawn I lock it down from this, being able to push forward. And his bishop comes around. Excuse me, kind of a meaningless check. He goes back, and now the engine keeps like C5. You got C5, and you're going to open this up. You could take here. Man, it's a good move. And actually, like B4 even better. Because then if you take, you got this. All right. Engine says break it open. Instead, I'm chasing the bishop. He drops the bishop back. And let's see, let's go back. Engine like C5, B4. Tell you what, I don't know. I'm not playing to break anything open is the problem. Play C6. He drops this knight back. And I get a little antsy and I'll tell you why I got antsy. I'm thinking, all right, he's going to come here. I'm going to have to abandon this. But I can take here. Takes with the pawn. I can bring my queen over and target the pawn, or the other pawn. And that's what I do. Now I've got this pawn targeted, and he's got one defender. He can actually come over and defend it with the queen, I suppose. He goes knight to H3, which actually just loses the pawn. And he takes, now he sacks this. Engine says go ahead, rook takes G3, rook takes, queen gives a check, and then you can take. Actually, you could. Actually, you take here. All right, I gave the check first. Then I took. And it kind of worked out the same. He hit me here. I go back. And he's just creating room for, he doesn't want to get back rank mate, so he's creating room for us. Creating room for us king and escape square. All right, and I'm going to just start pushing this pawn up the board. And once he moved the queen away from protecting this pawn, I could take that pawn. And he's trying to get a little scope for his rook. I mean, it's not his rook, his knight. And I'm just going to push up the board. I'm willing to trade queens. He says no. But now I've got a rook move here that's causing him some problems. And I'm just going to push up the board. And at this point, it's kind of just gets ugly for him. And he just, hold on a second. Bishop takes f6. I was looking at the evaluation bar. Evaluation bar gave me some ridiculous thing that I suppose it thought I might do, which wasn't going to happen. All right, bishop takes, pawn takes, and now the queen comes down. Actually, queen to g6. Why would you want to give this up, though? I don't know. It's, to me, this is the simplest move. You're just, you know, you can protect. This is still protected. He's under attack, and you're trying to get the queens off the board. And he goes that route to get them off the board, and then he resigns. All right. With that, I will see you on the next video.